Okay, thank you, Tombra. It's a privilege to be here to share my experience on the VGAP program.
Yeah.
Um, my journey started with the IDC in September of last year, and I was fired up just like every other person on this platform. Was so charged and poised for action, and it was such a fulfilling journey. Um, and then so what I got from the program got me going through to the end of the year, right? But I remember before the end of the year, I had some challenges. I
Mm,
was wounded badly,
mm,
badly such that I cried every single time. I sat down with myself and I questioned certain things. And I realized that, you know what? There's continuous cycle,
mm,
almost like the vicious cycle of poverty. And I'm like, no, there's something because of all the things that are uncertain or unpredictable. The constant is me.
mm,
And
mm.
it's almost as if there's something deeper about me that I ought to know.
Mm,
So I wanted to go on a journey of self-discovery. And just actually going back in September after the IDC, I decided to get your book, How to Be Unstoppable, Six Pillars to Living Unscathed, and activating your higher self. I hope I got the title right. But I bought the book from Amazon, I read it, and I was fired up. Then I decided to go on to the Created for More podcast, which helped me so much. And then when the opportunity came to sign up for the program, I went for it. And honest to God, training after training after training, I told myself that there is God in VGAP. There is God in VGAP because I set out on a journey of self rediscovery.
mm,
And the way I discover myself in every module, it can only be God.
mm,
The delivery of the training is such that you see yourself in the mirror.
mm,
You have to, I have had to sit with myself after every training program, after every training session, to have a meeting with myself, to
mm,
write down what I have to write, to do the work, you know. And Big Up for me so far has stripped me to the bone.
mm,
So not only have I rediscovered myself, I have become more aware of who I am,
mm,
of the limiting beliefs that I held,
mm,
that I stopped myself, like I said, for the things, the continuous cycle of things that were not right, I was the constant. So it made me see all the loopholes, all the things that needed to be covered, and the things that needed to be uncovered as well,
mm.
right? And it would, it's so beautiful that I say this that VGAP on the VGAP program, life in general is this big thing. Sometimes you can't make sense out of a lot of things that are happening. But I say that VGAP, it's like giving a child breast milk
Mm,
in the right quantity, the right temperature, the right nutrients, everything on point. Just like a healthy adult would need a plate of well balanced meals, we need half of vegetables, we need a quarter of carbohydrates, we need a quarter of proteins. Breast milk looks it's simplified, but yet it's very powerful. It makes the skin of the baby as supple as anything, just radiant and just thriving and just blooming and blossoming. And that is what VGAP has done for me. Every single module. Like I've seen myself in a new light, and I know that I know that I know that I am unstoppable.
really unstoppable. You are on fire.
you know and the interesting part or the unfortunate bit is that because life hits you in such a way that you lose the sense of who you are. So prior to this time, I'm not even kidding, prior to this time I was very timid as a 30 something year old, very very timid. It got to a point I was even afraid to just exchange greetings with people at church. I'm afraid to lift up my hand in the crowd. When originally I was not like that as a child.
Mm.
And within these few days of this training, I am just this person that I have always been, but I have been uncovered, unveiled afresh, even better than I was previously, you know. And a lot of things have been put in perspective, like I said, going back to the analogy of breast milk or pureeing food for a child.
Mm.
For a child, you're just weaning off. You want to puree the food for a child. The food on VGAP has been pureed. And I just take it and I'm like, you know what, Monica, we're doing this. There are resources from the program. So I don't feel as if I have been charged up, you know, I'm on this journey, but well, what is the next resources?
So good.
I today I just applied some of I mean I went through some of the resources you provided on the program and I was just my mind was blown. I'm like, "Whew, I should have been on this program sooner, you
I am
know,
so happy. Honestly, what are
honestly."
you doing? Just as we close, what are you doing for your voyage? Because your voyage is coming up and it's so exciting.
So yes, so VGAP has helped me to find a mission, which is to help women to overcome limiting beliefs so that we can be our best self and live our purpose. So for my voyage, I'm going to write a book in 21 days. See how unstoppable I am? I'm going to write a book in 21 days, hoping to target women who are going through life with limiting beliefs and, you know, self-sabotaging and all that,
So
you know,
good.
so that at the end of the day, we can be the more that we are called to be.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. I love you so much, Monica.
I
Like
love it
I
too.
absolutely love you so much. Thank you so much for that powerful
Thank
one.